Hey everybody, this is Dust for Dust on Gaming with a little bit more of Kevin Jones's Blue-White Historic List. So we'll be on the draw this game. Seem to have a lot of hands that have like one color or not the other. Maybe there's a misbalance in the land base. That said, I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. Seems pretty reasonable. Opponent with Cliff Trop Retreat. Interesting. Pass to our opponent here. Bunch of white lands in hand. White cards, no white mana. So some type of red-white deck. So we're not Island, no reason to give our opponent information about us having white cards in our deck yet. Bounce that back to their hand. Just gain a little bit of tempo here. Use this to find a land drop, probably. Gear Hulk, farmland, Gideon. Huh. Well, I think we just take... guess Gideon here. We see Gear Hulk. Go ahead and pass here. Either Glimmer or Cast Out, depending on what our opponent's up to here. Knight of Grace, okay. No attacks from our opponents. Glimmer of Genius. I think we're interested in both those cards. Play that and pass. Fair enough, opponent, fair enough. Let's take the hit here. this cast out. Take out Shalai. So... Play out Lyra here, that way they have to have removal in order to attack. This is certainly shaping up to be an interesting matchup. Cast out. Okay, so we're going to take another hit for 4 here. Excuse me. Yep. Syncopate is a card. A lot of expensive spells in the hand, though, that's for sure. Syncopate for 1. I think we'll just hold up Gearhulk here. Planeswalkers are interesting, but at the same time... Probably just scoops. Okay. So, some type of... Cliff, top, retreat. definitely not that deck. Not entirely sure what our opponent's on. Like, there's quite a few, like, brews going on in Standard. No. Alright, so let's presume we want Settle and Fumigates. Probably don't want Authorities. Forsakes, don't know enough about their deck. Actually, Forsake, probably willing to bring in some number of those, because we know they have Cast Out. The question is, what do we cut then? Maybe leave one Settle out because they have what they have. Teferi, huh? Maybe just cut Wrath here. And what else are we cutting? Maybe like one Walking Ballista. Well, it's got some interesting cards going on there. Yeah, hand seems perfectly fine. Syncopate's going to be a fine play next turn. Actually, I don't know how well History lines up against their deck, considering they seem to have a lot of, very powerful cards going on over there with First Strike. Presuming Knight here. Karizev. Maybe they are a little more aggressive than I thought initially. Seal Away is not a bad one here. Take the hit for 3. Definitely playing something here. Depends on if it's... I guess it'll just be Seal Away on Karizev. Past our opponent here. What's our opponent got over there? 4 mana. This deck really seems to be... Huh? Okay. That's unique. So they're like a double strike theme deck? Like using the various different abilities of the legendaries? Wonder if they run Mox Amber too. Pass our opponent here. Alright. Our opponent wants to trade their 4-drop for one of our tokens. I think I'm okay with that. Looks like the answer is no. This one I've cast out does love to show up a lot. I bored out anyway. Walking Ballista, the Rofs. Forsake the Worldly. No interest in attacking here. Bond's got a lot of mana. Alright, so we moved to 3-0 so far with the list. Honestly, we're probably going to have to run something like this through a league to get any idea what its, like, upper end is, because, like, the control decks, like blue-white, we've, had some, like, the red-black matchup was a little rough, the mono-red matchup, but, like, this deck is just so full of raw power, like, it's kind of hard to tell if the deck is well built or if it's just the raw power is just annihilating everybody. So I'm not sure. I had a friend who played this list a little bit. Was not a fan of Roth, which I don't think we've ever actually even drawn him to, like, know the power of him. So, but definitely, I mean, kind of hard to argue with a list that's gone 3-0, even if it is in 2-man queues so far. Most of that's just on the power of the cards, and our, like, one of cast out likes to show up, our syncopates like to show up. There's a lot of, like, uncertainty with this just raw power of this deck. Like, you've only got, like, 2 Roth, 3 Lyra, 2 Gear Hulk, a couple Walking Ballistas as your creatures. Well, all these creatures are insanely powerful on their own. Teferi, Gideon, History of Benalia. The card power of this deck is just insane. So, not saying much to people that already know about these decks, but just my observations so far from playing 3 matches with the deck so far. So this has been Dusk for Dusted on Gaming, with a little bit of our Grand Prix Pittsburgh Blue-White X practice.